EGM Network.
Welcome to Classic Car Radio of Vero Beach. I'm Keith McDonald here with Steve Charbonneau and Mike Carano. Todd Byron has the evening off. And, well, welcome to the show.
Hey. You see that car Todd painted, that green Torino?
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
What a color.
He should put did you share that to the Classic Car Radio page at all?
No.
That's a great color. That green is fantastic.
Well, I was messing. I was like, show me the money green.
Yeah, that green
Very nice.
Unbelievable.
Really nice, yeah. Well, we should put it on our page because it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, real quick, Riverside Theater, Thursday through Saturday nights. They have the Live in the Loop shows. Now, this week they're not having a car show.
And what is that, the first?
That's usually on the first Thursday of the month. So they already had it last week, possibly. Yeah, last week on Thursday night. Not sure how it went, but they start at 5:30. Admission is free. And again, AACA of Indian River, the Antique Auto Club of America of Indian River County, they set up the cars. And if you want to bring your classic car, you can park across the street with the other classic cars that show up, but you won't be in the show. And anyway, we promote that every month.
Yeah.
Again, admission is free. It's a lot of fun. They usually have a band playing jazz concert. And is it always jazz?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. That's that's Live in the Loop at Riverside Theater, right across the bridge in Vero Beach. So
and I put on our Classic Car Radio page also, along with the Sebastian Muscle Car page. I got a flyer from the AACA about the national group.
Yeah.
It's only $45. So if you want to join the AACA of Indian River, you have to join the national group before you could join the local group.
A lot of them do that.
So they got no choice. That's the way it has to be.
Yeah.
So I put that on. If anybody wants to join, it's $45 for the year for the national group, and then just go to the local AACA website, the Indian River AAC website.
But you got to pay them dues too.
You got to pay
right?
them dues too, also.
Pay them some dues too.
Yeah, I forget what their rate is. I don't remember what it is. But we're also pushing their show, the 46th Annual Antique Automobile Show at Riverside, under the Oaks. Show starts at 10, goes to 4. There's going to be a food court. Registrations from 9 to 11. Pre-registration's 20. Day of the show is 25. There's going to be dash blacks, 19 different categories. So it's always a good show. There should be close to 300 cars.
That's March 15th.
Right.
March 15th, this is Saturday. It's always a big show, 320 cars on the average.
Yeah, definitely a good show. That's one of the shows you don't want to miss.
Right.
Just because of the atmosphere, too. You know, like the trees, you get all the food vendors, and you got live music and stuff. It's a good time. You don't want to miss it.
Huge raffle.
And you're in the shade.
Yeah. Right. You're always under the oaks most of the time.
You got to clean your car when you're done, but you're in the shade.
Right, yeah.
Which was nice.
So also this weekend on Sunday, we got Sebastian Elk's car show, which is also a 200 plus
at least show. 200,
200 cars usually on the average. Actually more.
Yeah.
Always a really super busy show. Once again, food,
drinks,
music. Yeah. 50-50 raffle. Yep.
Yeah, that goes from 11 to 3 to Sebastian Elk's, the 21st Annual Car and Bike Show. There'll be classics, custom, street rods, bikes, all years and makes, $20 advance registration, $25 the day of the show. Trophies and club participation award. Registration fees benefit all the local youth in the area. Make checks payable to Sebastian Elks unless it's probably too late to register now.
Yeah, it is because it's this Sunday.
Unless Dan Talbot will take a Venmo or something like that.
Right.
You could email him at elkscarshow@gmail.com or call Dan at 321-831-8105.
Right.
And that'll be this Sunday. You bringing a car, Steve?
Nope.
Are you going? You're working?
Gotta work.
Wow.
Well, I'll be there.
Yeah, I never miss that show. It's a lot of fun, and of course, we know so many people that go, that do go. You know, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get Freddie to go. I didn't tell Fred yet. So.
Right. I'll be there with the AMX, I believe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think the AMX is registered.
I'd like to go. I'm just a little too far behind at work, so
Yeah.
I'm like buried.
Yeah. It happens. You know?
What's happening Saturday? Is that in the Atlantic? Dunkin' Donuts?
No, I think Dunkin' Donuts was last week, wasn't it? The only thing that's happened this week out in Melbourne is the tomorrow night, which is Thursday night friendlies up on O'Galley, is having their cruise in. Again, there's another car show on Sunday at True Value, and that's put on by Brevard County Car Shows, and that's Sunday, February 16th from 9 to 12, and I believe that's at 2444 North Wickham Road, and that's up in Melbourne. There's free pancakes, bacon, and eggs with served with fresh hot coffee.
Wow.
Water and soft drinks. Donations are greatly appreciated. Come fall in love with the local band, the Groove Kids. It looks like it's 2 kids. They're going to be playing music, and that's at the True Value Hardware Store. The same day as the Elks, but if you don't feel like coming all the way down to Sebastian, you can go up to their cruising up there.
Absolutely.
All right, and that's put on by Bill Onspach. Good guy.
Yeah, good guy.
So
he promotes a lot of shows around.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Good to have guys like that.
So that was this coming weekend.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I didn't go to any shows last weekend. I don't think there was anything going on last weekend. Wasn't really sure.
We did the show. And
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah, I don't think there was really. There was just the Dunkin' Donuts.
Right. Was it Dunkin' Donuts last weekend?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, last weekend, yeah. I think you're right.
Okay. Good.
All right, what do you got going on?
Well, we got a little bit of news for you. How about that?
Go ahead.
We all did you watch Super Bowl, Steve, or you were working?
Nope. I watched Super Bowl, yeah.
All right, so everyone's talking, at least in the car world, and it's really hit big on the internet and social media. 87 Buick Grand National GNX in the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show. Was it real or was it fake? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch halftime. I got food and stuff, you know, and I'm like, that's not my kind of music. I don't care, whatever they haven't had a rock band on there since 2013 or something like that.
Pretty much since Jay-Z took over.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what happened was he jumped up on top of a GNX, the front hood of a GNX, and a whole bunch of people got out of that car.
Right.
They were dancing around it and stuff.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anyway, it turns out that car was not a GNX. We got it up on the screen if you're watching. That's not the GNX that was on there, but the first photo was where he's on the hood.
Right there.
Yeah. And so people are freaking out. What is he doing jumping on the hood of that's a $250,000 car.
Yeah, I figured it was a stage prop.
No,
what it was
actually a car.
It was a real Grand National that they had converted over to look like a GNX because Lamar Kendrick actually owns a GNX and he wanted the car on the stage with him. He loves that car. So what they did was they went out and they bought a Grand National, but not a GNX. Cutting directly to the chase, it's not an 87 GNX, it's just a Grand National, but legit with the 245 horsepower turbocharged V6. The car that was purchased specifically for the occasion and modified to present as a GNX and to serve as the vessel for what appeared to be a dozen performers emerging at the outset from the car in the song called Squabble Up, one of several hits from Kendrick's latest album titled GNX.
There you go.
Okay. So it's a big promo for his album too, obviously, right?
Yeah.
In addition to that, the car's appearance and use, it got a lot of enthusiast hackles up because he was on the hood of that car. But he's a true car guy. And it was questionable that he actually stood or swayed on the equally legendary muscle car's hood, an act that is unanimously viewed as absolute sacrilege throughout the hot rod enthusiast hobby, of course, right? I mean, we all say, get off the hood.
Yeah.
Some of girls sitting on it.
Right.
We'll go, get off that hood.
Yeah.
She's just sitting on it with a pair of shorts on it. We'll go, get off the hood. So, but he does own the real GNX. There you go. So anyway, his album's called GNX. I guess his father had a Grand National, not a Grand National X, you know, which is a McLaren version. bigger turbo, bigger intercooler, stuff like that. Much more, 20 more horsepower, something like that on the GNX. Bigger wheels, wider tires, and just more blacked out. I think the wheel flares on the GNX as well, a little bit of wheel flare.
Yeah, a little wheel flare.
To accommodate the wider tires. And but anyway, his father had a Grand National and always told him, this is the greatest car ever built. You know.
Oh, really?
So when he grew up and became a rap star, whatever he is, hip hop, whatever, he got out and got himself a GNX.
Nice.
So there you go. That's the history behind it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of.
He didn't hurt the car. Obviously, he wouldn't have hurt the car.
Yeah, a lot of people complaining about the show. You know, I'm not a big rap guy.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't understand a word he was saying.
Me either.
I guess you have to be in to know the feud between him and Drake. I had no idea.
Right. Yeah, something about that. Yeah.
But I thought the visual effects were excellent. Whoever filmed it, I thought they did a great job. They looked like they were using like the cameras that we had at the Christmas party with the. What was that? Just that circle camera? What kind of camera was that?
Yeah, 360 camera.
Looks like that's what they were using.
360. Yeah.
So I mean, I thought the film of it was great. The background music, I didn't mind at all. I just couldn't hear the word he was saying. He was either too low or you just got to know those songs.
Right.
I'm the same way. I didn't really care for it a whole lot because I couldn't understand a lot of it. It's not my thing, but you know, I know the car guy kind of figured he was to have one of those up on the stage.
Yeah.
But like the choreography of, you know, like that was a lot of dancers and a lot of them were like pretty synced.
Right.
But if you notice, like they had all the light posts and all that stuff. Well, every light post had a guy sitting on it.
Oh, did it? Yeah. See, I didn't even
Yeah, I
notice.
didn't
So,
notice
I mean,
that.
they had a lot of the visual characteristics, and then like the choreography of the dancing and everything was pretty synced. But how they staged everything was pretty good. And then to do that big of a show with that many people, I thought it was pretty good. Otherwise, you know.
Here's the thing I'm going to say about all that, okay? And the reason why I just kind of turned the sound down because I couldn't understand them either.
Right.
And because it seems like every year they bring out a star performer, okay, and pay big bucks for obviously. And then they have a bunch of synchronized dancers behind them.
Right.
It's the same show every year, okay?
Well, they got to have something, because they got to entertain
but it's the
somebody.
Same exact
I understand.
thing.
Yeah.
It's I'm singing this, woman singing or a guy is rapping or singing with, and behind them there's a whole bunch of people in costumes, colorful, all making the same dance moves, and sometimes the singer is making the same moves with them.
Right.
It's the same thing for the last 12 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you watch a rock band up there, they're the same thing too.
Right.
Think about
There's
it.
no dance.
There's a guitar player, there's a singer, there's a bass player, a drummer, maybe another guitarist. And, and they run down a runway and the crowd cheers and they get out in the end of the runway and they slap hands with the crowd. It's the same thing. It really is.
I was just surprised.
Someone needs to come up with something really cool.
Like we were saying, it's Jay-Z. The NFL hired Jay-Z to do this stuff, and this is what you get.
You know what was my favorite one?
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on.
What?
Because I was just going to show Mike I know which one he's going to go for.
So no.
You can't see it. I know my favorite one. So now that Mike sees it. So
mine was right after 9/11, 2002 Super Bowl, when they scrolled all the names of 9/11 and U2 was playing. Streets with No Name, and then all the names of everyone that was killed on 9/11 was scrolling upwards in white, with like three names across, and they got everybody that was killed that day.
Yeah,
a tribute to all those people.
Right.
That was the best show. And and I like you too, but what did you think I was going to say?
What was your second favorite one?
Oh, gee, I would say the one that Prince was really good.
Prince was excellent.
Prince was probably
really
the next good one.
But the one.
What did you think it was?
So I went for Run DMC with like Aerosmith and Britney Spears.
Yeah, and in sync. I thought that was a very good show
because you had the whole mixture. You had your hip hop. You rock, then you had
exactly.
Britney, and then
pop, you had NSYNC up there. You had everything. That wasn't bad.
That was good. Yeah, I'll agree.
An adverse of everything together.
Right.
So you got little bit of rock, and then you got a little bit of the R&B, and then you got some Britney, some NSYNC. You had Run DMC, Aerosmith.
Yeah. Right.
That was a good mixture. That's one of the Super Bowl halftimes that stick out of my mind.
Oh, we got to go.
Yeah.
Blow my mind once in a while. Bring back Led Zeppelin for one show.
Right. Yeah. No kidding.
But switch it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Just don't do the same thing. I get what you're saying because it does make sense.
But they had the Stones up there, and they had Paul McCartney. Those were both great.
They had the Who up there one time.
Switch it
the
up.
Who?
Yeah.
The Who. All right. So anyway, just switch it up now and then. Yeah. Switch it
Keep
up.
bringing the cars on stage, though. We love that.
Okay.
There you go.
We're going to go on a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Winner of the Tony Award for Best Play, Masterclass, takes you into the world of opera legend Maria Callas. Hear her life-altering lessons as she teaches, inspires, and challenges her students. Based on real-life classes Callas delivered at Juilliard, this is a glimpse into the soul of one of the 20th century's most celebrated artists. Her voice, her artistry, her legacy. Masterclass is now playing on the beautiful Waxlack stage at the Riverside Theater. Tickets available now at the box office or online.
Create your island paradise at Sunshine Furniture during our winter sale event. Save 50% on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington, including the newest collection, Key Biscayne. Living room, dining room, occasional chairs, office, and media furniture with sophisticated design and a mix of coastal and Caribbean style. All Tommy Bahama and Lexington offer everything you need for your Florida living. We have the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture from Four Seasons, Capri, Universal, Riverside, Hooker, Seawinds, Barcalounger, Best, and lots more. At Sunshine Furniture, we're the outdoor furniture experts specializing in patio sets that withstand the Florida elements, and we have a gallery of Berlin Garden and Bollywood. Come in now for the best prices of the year. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach. Don't miss the 50% off winter sale on Tommy Bahama and Lexington going on now. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and visit our outlet store directly across the street.
When the check engine light comes on, turn to Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach. Time for an oil change? Turn to Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach. Brake work, alignments, maintenance, and more? Turn to Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach. Your certified service center specializing in alignments, repairs, oil changes, radiators, brakes, even auto electric repair. Just east of US 1 at 1212 23rd Street, Vero Beach. Turn to the local mechanics you can trust. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio. Again, let me push this one more time. Sebastian Elks this Sunday. Great show. Right down in Sebastian at the Elks Club on 512. What's the street that it crosses over there?
Fleming.
Fleming, yeah.
Fleming Street
yeah.
and 512.
Fleming. Yeah.
You're gonna be there.
I'm going to be there. Dan Talbot says a lot of older vehicles dating back as far as 1928 are already registered. It's going to be a great display of vehicles. Now, again, they're usually 200 plus over there.
Yeah.
We've had really good weather. We've had a lot of
It's
good luck.
going to be beautiful Sunday.
Is it going to be? Did you look ahead?
Yeah, I looked ahead. It's going to be really hot that day. It's going to be in the upper 80s.
Oh,
Sunday.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep that. Keep that.
And it says 1928. I believe the 1928 car that's registered is our buddy Joe Scazzari's pickup truck that he bought at Meekum last.
Oh, the big yellow one?
The big yellow pickup that he's got.
I saw that in his garage the other day.
Model something.
Model TT or something.
Yeah,
he said,
something
like a
like
double
that.
T or whatever. Thing's a monster.
It's
with
a big yellow pickup.
Big giant yellow with wooden wheels. Actual
got
wooden wheels.
Yeah.
Incredible. Bright yellow. Really nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. He got that at Meekum, huh?
Got that at Meekum. Yeah.
Just recently?
The last one.
That thing's going to win the show.
We were looking at it, and after he bought it online, actually, and I was there the day after, and I checked the whole car out. I said, Joe, you're going to need front windows.
You got them already?
No, the car didn't come with windows.
Oh.
Out of the factory, it didn't have front windows because it was a truck.
Right.
It was a work truck, so they didn't have front windows in it.
So he got all the glass in.
I think he was going to get Lexan to put on the sides just in case it does rain. I don't know if he did it or not. But he did.
I think he did because I saw it and I didn't question, those. I looked at it. He was saying, well, I had to it didn't have glass. I had to put all the glass in. So
Yeah,
I assumed,
it just had a front windshield and a rear window.
I
but
see, okay.
Didn't have door glass.
What a great looking vevehicle.
Yeah, and it's a little rough to drive, but he figured it out, and it's worth.
It's
It even had the crank in the front.
Yeah,
to crank the motor.
Right.
So it was nice. It's a nice little truck.
What year is it? It's a 28,
I think
right?
it's a 28.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
got the little,
Makes sense.
timing adjustment on the steering column.
Yep.
You go.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you go, and he adjusts the timing as he goes.
Unreal.
Fast. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I worked on one of those. It was a railroad truck.
Yeah.
That's going to be that. I didn't know he's bringing that. That's going to be a
Yeah, I believe he's
showstopper for
bringing
sure.
it. Yeah.
I hope he does.
This week. Yeah.
So he wanted to. That's why he dragged me into his garage. He wanted to,
show you.
They saw the Camaro.
Right.
And and I've seen that before, the blue Camaro.
Right.
And he's working on that old yellow Charger still.
Yeah, it's the two
over a year ago. I went in there. And it was still.
I think they're two road runners.
Right.
Yeah.
And I saw the green convertible. Very nice, beautiful. Yeah. So Joe's opened up an Italian ice shop on 512, right?
Yeah.
That ought to be neat.
And that's going to be
hot dogs too.
I believe that's the car that he's going to be using.
Oh wow!
This way, if there's something at the park, you jump in that, put all the stuff in the back of the bed,
that's
and you
cool.
just drive right over to the park
Across
and you
the
start
street,
selling hot dogs and ice.
Unreal. Wow. Good idea.
So
Joe.
Sunday the Yucks, I'll be there. Look for the blue AMX. I should have the AMX there that day.
Very cool. Very good.
All right, what else
Sebastian
you got?
Elks, Sunday. It opens at 11, but a lot of people show up there by 10, I've noticed.
I've gotten there at 8 o'clock just to drop a car off.
Well, that's the cars, yeah.
Just to drop a car off,
Right.
and there's already 50 cars in the parking lot at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So if you say 7:30 is the earliest to show up,
right?
And Bill Dennison will be there at 6:30.
Yeah. Him and Tom Minnick. Tom Minnick usually gets there at like 7 a.m. They guys like to go early and get just park their car and then go for
park
breakfast.
where they want to. Yeah.
So,
what do we got for time here? We only got a minute, 2 minutes, minute and a half. So let's talk about something else. Because we already talked about the Vero Beach 46th annual antique show.
Yep.
Let's talk about, here's one. Mike, I got this one just for you. 5 classic wagons fit for the family. Actually, we should do that one next we'll do segment.
Because that's going to be a long one.
Yeah, that is a long one, and I got to read those off.
Yeah.
And pretty neat. We'll do a little bit of history then real quick. We got another minute to go.
Yeah.
February 10th, 1966, Ralph Nader, the young lawyer and author of Unsafe at Any Speed, testifies before Congress for the first time about unsafe practices in the auto industry. Of course, he killed the Corvair, the Chevy Corvair. George Morgan, on February 11th, 1899, George Morgan became the first motorist to die in a car crash. That was in England. Also on February 11th, 1937, GM signs the first auto workers contract. So GM beat Henry Ford, believe it or not.
Okay.
And then finally, February 12th, 2008, in an attempt to cut costs, struggling auto giant General Motors offers a buyout to all 74,000 of its hourly employees. Sound familiar?
Yeah, right.
For buyout?
Buy them out.
Buy them out, send them home. And these people were represented by UAW, of course, and the GM lost $38.7 billion in 2007, and that's when we had that big crash.
Right.
So there you go. There's your history, and what we got?
You got a minute. You
got a whole minute.
Yeah, hold on. Billy D. Orton just texted me while we're on the air.
Okay.
The Vero Christian Church is having a car show, the 4th annual Vero Christian Church car show, April 5th, 2025, from 10 to 1, and that's located at 3250 9th Street Southwest, which is Oslo Road, right there in Vero Beach. There's a flyer out, and all the proceeds go to Women's Refuge of Vero Beach. Check-in opens at 8 o'clock.
Good thing you got that in, because it's, April 5th is screaming up on us.
Listen, you get a text.
God you
get a text from one of our daily listeners.
I know, that's true. Thank you, Bill. I'm
doing it
live and on the air. Yes,
comes from Billy. You got to get it in.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. Thank you, Billy. Anyway, we're going to go on break now. We have
the hard break.
Yeah, we'll check out, and we'll be back with a little more history and a little more news, and then of course Tech Talk. We'll be right back.